In 2026, the DIY tool market just received 30 new things that most self-repair enthusiasts do not know about yet. And some of them are completely changing the way people work in their garages or small home workshops without needing to call a contractor or spend a large amount of money hiring people. You'd be awesome if you subscribed and liked this video. 1. Franklin Pro Sensor 710. The incident of drilling into the wrong spot and missing the wooden stud behind the drywall layer is an experience that anyone doing home self-repairs has gone through. Traditional single-light stud finder series often cause confusion because users must guess the edge and center positions of the wooden stud by themselves. The Pro Sensor 710 completely solves this problem thanks to an array of 13 sensors scanning simultaneously. As soon as you press the device against the wall, the LED light strip will light up brightly, clearly displaying the left edge, right edge, and center of a 1.5-inch wide wooden stud. With a price tag of around $50, this device helps older people operate alone completely accurately without spending effort patching up incorrect drill holes. 2. Bosch Radar Scanner. American homes built before the 1980s hide many risks behind the drywall, from copper water pipes and power cables to underground PEX plastic pipelines. Standard $30 capacitive stud finders are completely ineffective when encountering thick wall surfaces or multiple overlapping layers of materials. The Bosch Detect 120 uses wideband radar technology, seeing up to 4.75 inches deep through brick, concrete, and drywall with 3 clear depth warning levels. A price level around $300 is considered an invaluable insurance policy, preventing wall-embedded water pipe burst accidents that could cost thousands of dollars in repair costs. 3. Klein ET310 Breaker Finder. Searching for a specific circuit breaker inside a main electrical panel, containing 40 unlabeled switches, usually consumes a lot of time and effort moving between the basement and the rooms. The Klein ET310 handles this job using a digital signal analysis mechanism, completely eliminating false alarm signal interference to adjacent switches commonly found in cheap detectors from Sperry or Commercial Electric. The included transmitter comes with built-in GFCI fault testing functionality for kitchen and bathroom outlets. With a cost ranging from $50 to $65, this is a mandatory pocket device to have before interfering with the home electrical system. That 40-switch electrical panel will no longer be a nightmare after you finish watching the next part. 4. Milwaukee M12 Green Laser Level. The ability to observe a green laser beam is 4 times superior to a red beam under natural light, thanks to human visual sensitivity, helping the positioning line display clearly even when sunlight shines through window frames. The mounting bracket is equipped with rare earth magnets that stick securely to steel stud frames without slipping laterally. The money-making feature compared to competitor DeWalt 12V Green lies in the micro-adjust fine-tuning knob, allowing you to move the laser beam millimeter by millimeter extremely smoothly. With a price of around $400 for a complete set including an M12 battery, this machine supports homeowners in personally constructing straight rows of kitchen cabinets without needing an assistant to hold the measuring tape. 5. Recon T1 Tomahawk Digital Tape Measure. Completely different from cheap electronic tape measures that easily suffer from sensor glitches when coated in sawdust, the Recon T1 is designed to meet true job site impact standards with an accuracy of under 1/32" and continuous self-calibration capability. The e-paper display allows for clear reading of measurements directly under harsh sunlight, combined with a green laser beam for point-of-contact positioning. The device features automatic calculation of internal dimensions, automatic halving of distances, and a memory storage for 500 measurements, completely replacing the habit of manual note-taking that easily leads to errors. 6. Recon M1 Caliber Miter Saw Measuring Tool. Pulling out a tape measure, marking lines with a pencil, and manually aligning the saw blade is a process that accumulates many errors across each construction phase. The Recon M1 is clamped directly onto the fence of a sliding miter saw, using a rubber roller to measure directly on the wood workpiece and displaying the results on an LCD screen. The device automatically compensates for the thickness of the saw blade kerf, helping tradespeople perform a series of baseboard trim cuts with absolute accuracy and length. The investment cost of around $150 is paid off by saving hours of redoing damaged cut wood boards. 7. Sola Big Red Spirit Level. Working outdoors under harsh sunlight causes cheap water levels to reveal their weakness as the bubble becomes completely blurry, making observation difficult. Sola's exclusive focus technology fixes this problem by magnifying the bubble vial by 60% combined with a sharp luminescent reflective strip. The level body is cast from solid aluminum that withstands high impact forces when dropped onto concrete floors without throwing off the bubble calibration. Falling within the price range of $80 to $110, this is rated as a durable spirit level with long-lasting value for any workshop. 8th. Klein Flick Blade Cable Stripping Utility Knife. When standing on a high ladder rung with one hand holding onto the door frame, operating utility knives that require two hands is an extremely inconvenient and unsafe thing. The Klein Flick Blade integrates a safe thumb flick blade opening mechanism, accompanying a specialized cable stripping notch cast directly on the knife's spine. At a price point under $35, this device offers a solid grip feeling along with safety much higher than ordinary plastic-handled knives when handling thick plastic-jacketed electrical wire bundles. The next section will show you why the plumbing system in most American houses is designed in a way that makes you call a handyman every time there is even the smallest issue. 9. Viega Manablock Plumbing Manifold System. The traditional plumbing pipe routing method usually forces you to turn off the main water valve for the entire house every time a leak issue arises at a single faucet. The Viega Manablock system gathers all hot and cold pipelines into a central control panel with separate shutoff valves for each port. Manufactured from lead-free solid molded polymer alloy, the device withstands high job site water pressure and operates stably over many years. An investment cost from $180 to $250 helps homeowners be completely proactive in managing and repairing their home water supply system. 10. Knipex Tubix Pipe Cutter. Twisting the circular tightening knob on old-style pipe cutters becomes very difficult when working in tight spaces under sink cabinets or narrow wall cavities. The quick lock mechanism of the Knipex Tubix allows users to simply slide the jaw tight against the pipe body and turn it slightly twice to complete the cut. Integrating needle roller bearing pads and a hidden deburring blade inside the handle, the device delivers a completely flat cut on both copper pipes and stainless steel pipes. A price range from $55 to $70 is fully justified by the convenience and time saved. 11. Milwaukee M12 ProPEX. Installing PEX-A plastic pipe joints using the pipe end expansion method creates a permanent, completely leak-proof connection. Compared to learning copper pipe torch soldering skills, which carry the inherent risk of scorching dry wooden framing, PEX pipe expansion technology allows for accurate execution right from the first try. The Milwaukee M12 body is designed in a compact right-angle form, easily fitting between floor joist frames. The auto-rotating head turns 360 degrees to expand the pipe interior evenly. A price tag of around $430 for the complete kit is considered a significant cost-saving option compared to the expense of hiring an outside plumber. 12. Milwaukee M18 Force Logic. Using an open torch flame to solder copper pipes inside American wood frame houses always poses fire risks. The Milwaukee M18 Force Logic hydraulic press tool generates 7,200 pounds of pressing force, tightly crimping Viega ProPress copper fittings in just 3 seconds without using heat. This generation of Force Logic tools reduces weight by 20% compared to older press machines, featuring a microprocessor that automatically verifies pressing force before releasing the jaw, along with a one-key chip to manage joint data. Although priced in the industrial segment, this device provides absolute safety for large-scale renovation projects. 3. Metabo HPT VB16. Using manual bending levers to bend 5/8-inch rebar reinforcement bars is a job that demands a lot of muscle force, easily causing lower back injuries for older home builders. The Metabo HPT VB16Y integrates an 8-amp motor with a hydraulic gear system, performing 180-degree steel bending operations in 5.1 seconds and cutting through rebar segments in 3.1 seconds. The electronic bending angle dial ensures output steel stirrups are accurate. A price of around $300 is suitable for homeowners building their own house, constructing farm buildings, or pouring large-scale concrete slabs. 14. Simpson Strong Tie Quick Drive. Installing thousands of screws on a 500 square foot outdoor deck often requires the worker to kneel or bend over continuously for days on end. The quick drive system uses collated screw strips for continuous loading, combined with an extension attachment, allowing users to stand upright while moving and operating. The depth of drive adjustment mechanism helps screw heads sink evenly into the wood surface without tearing the fiber structure. With a cost of around $350, this is the ultimate spine protection solution when building outdoor decks. 15. Rigid Impact Wrench. Pickup truck wheel. Lug nuts that are rusted tight after multiple winters of road salt application are extremely difficult to remove using conventional breaker bars. The rigid R86211B features a brushless motor that generates over 1,300 foot-pounds of nut-busting torque, easily knocking off stubborn rusted nuts after just a few seconds of pulling the trigger. The ring LED lighting system at the anvil head fully illuminates the wheel well without being blocked by hand shadows. A price point of around $200 for the bare tool is a reasonable investment option. An important note is that Rigid's LSA lifetime service agreement only applies when purchased directly at Home Depot and does not apply to orders placed through Amazon. The next tool helps you cut shed roofing tin using the exact impact driver sitting in your bag without needing to buy anything else. 16. DeWalt Dwasher Metal Shears Attachment. Instead of purchasing an expensive dedicated metal shear machine, the DeWalt Dwasher accessory attachment leverages your existing 18-volt or 20-volt drill or impact driver through a standard 1/4-inch hex shank. The cutting blades are manufactured from thick hardened cast steel, and the 360-degree rotating head allows it to glide smoothly through 18-gauge thick corrugated metal sheets without leaving sharp burrs. A cost of under $60 helps users save significant hand force compared to using manual tin snips. 17. Little Giant Multi-Position Ladder. Non-conductive fiberglass insulation, an independent leg leveling adjustment system that stands balanced on sloped terrain, and flexible transformation into an A-frame or extension ladder are things traditional aluminum ladders can never do. Standard aluminum ladder models lack integrated leveling legs, meaning you have to wedge bricks or ask someone to hold the ladder whenever the ground is uneven. To clean rain gutters on a 15-degree sloped yard corner, extend one leg by an extra 4 inches. The ladder stands completely straight and solid. At around $400 depending on height, this is a fair price for something you trust with your whole body weight. 18. Craig Rebel Pocket Hole Jig. Building kitchen cabinet systems using traditional manual clamping jigs usually takes a lot of setup time and creates cord clutter. The Craig Rebel 20-volt integrates a battery-powered motor directly onto the jig frame, automatically plunging the drill bit at 2,800 RPM when you pull the clamping lever. The device cuts muscle effort by more than half, supporting the creation of hundreds of crisp pocket holes in just a single morning. A price of around $200 for the complete kit significantly boosts productivity. The only factor to consider is that users must manage a separate Craig battery platform if they already use Milwaukee or DeWalt battery systems. 19. Woodpecker's Autoline Drill Guide. Hauling long lumber pieces over to a stationary drill press in the workshop corner is often very time-consuming and back-straining. The Woodpecker's Autoline brings all the mechanical precision of a drill press directly to the workpiece location on your workbench. The entire frame is CNC machined from solid aluminum, equipped with dual spring steel guideposts for smooth travel with zero play. A price tag of around $350 is an investment in absolute accuracy, making the process of drilling 100% vertical dowel holes effortless. The next section concludes the woodworking group with the cheapest tool on today's list, yet it solves a problem that every cabinet builder encounters. 20. Irwin Quick Grip Clamp. Wood gluing operations performed alone always encounter difficulty when one hand must hold the workpiece and the other hand wipes glue. The Irwin Quick Grip Trigger Clamp allows creating 140 pounds of clamping force with just a gentle, one-handed operation. The clamp pads are wrapped in soft, flexible rubber to protect wood surfaces from dent marks, combined with an instant quick-release trigger. A price range from $22 to $28 for a pair is a practical investment, bringing maximum convenience to clamping tasks in the workshop. 21. Craig Concealed Hinge Jig. Building new or replacing kitchen cabinet doors by yourself requires boring 35mm concealed hinge holes with high precision. The Craig jig integrates two automatic edge distance measuring stops, accompanied by a carbide-tipped boring bit, featuring a built-in depth stop ring. The device completely prevents the risk of drilling through the expensive front face of cabinet doors. With a cost under $35, this is a powerful support tool that helps individual woodworkers create products as accurate as professionals. 22. Armor Tool T-Track Clamp. Traditional threaded screw-tightening T-Track clamp series require users to turn nuts to adjust the stop every time the workpiece thickness changes. The Armor tool uses exclusive auto-adjust technology, automatically maintaining the preset clamping force up to 700 pounds, even as the material thickness changes from 1/4 inch to 3.5 inches. A quick one-handed lock lever operation helps fix wood securely on router tables or saw tables. A price from $35 to $45 for a single piece saves significant adjustment time during processing. There is a 360-degree rotating vise that locks the wood workpiece tightly at any angle without needing any additional operations, and most DIYers don't know about it yet. 23. Work IQ Rotating Vise. Cheap ball-joint rotating vises from general brands have weak clamping force and easily slip jaws when applying heavy saw pressure, whereas Work IQ locks securely at any angle within 360 degrees without play or slippage. The rotating ball joint combined with quick-release plastic clamp pads holds woodworking pieces tightly without denting them. And at around $140 to $179, this is money well spent to bring workpieces right to eye level without making your back pay the price. Sanding curved details of an old armchair, standard iron vices often crush and dent the wood grain, while with Work IQ, a gentle pull on the locking lever tilts the wood block to 45 degrees right within arm's reach, while the workpiece remains intact. 24. Festool OFKC 500. Edge routing high-end solid wood boards requires the operating machine to be extremely smooth, leaving no gouge marks or splinter scratches behind. The Festool OFKC 500 features an ultra-low center of gravity design to prevent tipping, combined with an exclusive anti-static dust extraction system. Although the price range from $390 to $450 belongs to the high-end segment, this machine delivers absolute finesse in adjusting depth millimeter by millimeter, creating smooth router passes that require almost no resanding. 25. Arbortech Power Chisel. Carving a staircase handrail out of rock-hard oak by yourself, lightly pressing the Arbortech against the wood, the machine cuts smoothly like peeling a potato, carving out smooth curves without losing physical strength. Holding a hammer and manually tapping a chisel on oak for an entire session usually leaves your hands and legs shaking, and that is what Arbortech completely frees you from. The 710-watt motor generates 12,000 strokes per minute, yet the blade only moves when hand pressure is applied, helping control carving paths safely. Cheap power chisels easily stall when encountering hardwood, whereas the Arbortech, priced from $240 to $280, leads the market in solid pushing force and motor durability for true woodworkers. 26. Speed Heater Cobra Paint Remover. Restoring an antique pine door with 4 layers of oil paint, holding the Cobra light on for 4 seconds blisters the paint automatically, and a light scrape instantly reveals clean original wood grain without burn marks. Pre-1978 U.S. homes often have lead paint, and standard heat guns output over 1,000 degauss, enough to vaporize toxic lead right where you stand. Heat guns are much cheaper but easily scorch old wood, while the $500 to $550 Cobra operates at a safe 210 degrees to 300 degrees to soften paint from within without burning wood. Shortwave infrared softens paint in 3 to 5 seconds, peeling into flexible strips easy to scrape without fine dust. The paint is gone, but how do you seal remaining gaps when there are only a few inches to move your hand in? 27. Silicon Pro Compact Caulking Gun. Caulking a toilet base or narrow gap behind a sink with under 6 inches of clearance leaves traditional long metal caulk guns completely useless, and at just $19 to $25, silicone is the cheapest fix for tight space headaches. Applying silicone into tight wall gaps, silicone slips right in and smooths a clean bead without removing the mirrors or cabinets. Completely removing the long rear steel frame, it shrinks to just 4 inches long and 70% lighter than old metal guns. 28. Blind Mark Electrical Outlet Locator. While the Pro Sensor Array locates wall studs, Blind Mark solves another problem: pinpointing recessed electrical box cutouts on drywall without extra measurements. With 4 electrical boxes on a new wall, drop a blind mark magnet into each box, hang drywall, trace the locator, and every cut hits dead on. The old chalk method is messy and smudges off target, while the $25 to $35 blind mark set of 2 transmitters and 1 locator is a fraction of the cost of a ruined drywall sheet. 29. Ryobi P3260 Sweeper. Cleaning up wood shavings and fine dust on the garage floor with a manual broom usually takes a lot of time and makes dust fly thick in the air. The Ryobi P3260 is equipped with dual counter-rotating brushes 21 inches wide, sweeping workshop trash clean into a 4.5-gallon container. The power switch is designed as a foot pedal, helping users stand completely straight-backed when pushing the machine. A price from $180 to $220 for the bare tool makes end-of-day workshop cleaning light and fast. 30. Chemo Cordless Ratchet. Crawling into a pickup truck engine compartment to replace the starter motor, the space is so tight a wrench has no room to turn, but inserting the Chemo 12V and pulling the trigger, a clicking sound echoes and the rusted bolt flies off in 3 seconds without your hands getting scratched. Professional wrenches in the same segment cost 3 times as much and are designed for tradespeople to use all day, while the Chemo Complete set with 2 batteries and a socket set at $60 to $75 is for minor home vehicle maintenance needs. The money spent compared to the effort saved is an absolute steal. The tool body weighs under 2 pounds, the LED light shines straight onto the bolt head, and the variable speed trigger is extremely smooth. Wrist tendons straining to click a mechanical wrench notch by notch inside a cramped engine compartment is an annoying experience that anyone doing home car maintenance has been through. These are the 30 best new tools of 2026 that any self-repair enthusiast should know before starting their next project. Every item on this list has a reason to appear, and that reason is always to help you do more without paying the price with your health or time.